You know that stereotype about Americans being self-absorbed and ignorant of the world around them? Well, I find it to be as offensive as it is true. Take, for example, this viral clip of a British comedian asking Americans about the UK's current Prime Minister.
I'm asking New Yorkers what they think of Rishi Sunak.
Of who? Of who?
I would probably say like a chef.
But Americans would do well to tune into the heaping pile of shepherd's pie that is British politics right now. In late May, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, yeah, now you know who he is, stepped up to a rain-soaked lectern in front of 10 Downing Street to call for snap parliamentary elections on July the 4th.
Now is the moment for Britain to choose its future, to decide whether we want to build on the progress we have made or risk going back to square one with no plan and no certainty.
Political analysts and opposition members agree that Sunak's Tory party faces humiliation at the polls and will lose government control to the opposition Labour Party for the first time in 14 years. Voters are fed up with scandals under former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, as well as a sky-high cost of living, a flailing National Health Service, and an ongoing migrant crisis. In short, Britain is facing a political sea change not seen since Brexit, and it's one that even the hapless Labour Party cannot help but capitalize on. I wish I could say things are better across the channel, but French President Emmanuel Macron is facing his own political catastrophe. Earlier this month, far-right candidates strongly outperformed in France's European parliamentary elections, and right after results came in, the French president shocked his country by immediately calling for snap elections in late June and early July. He's betting that French voters will choose his governing coalition over that of far-right opposition leader Marine Le Pen.
J'ai confiance dans nos compatriotes. Je pense que les Françaises et les Français sont intelligents, voient ce qui est cohérent, ce qui ne l'est pas, savent faire la différence entre exprimer une colère et avoir un projet de sérieux, ont un idéal. Donc je ne crois pas du tout que le pire puisse advenir.
And closer to home, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's polling numbers are reaching lows that even U.S. President Biden would have a problem with. Voters are tired of Trudeau's Liberal Party after 3 scandal-ridden terms in power and after years of sluggish economic growth. In recent polls, Trudeau trails Conservative opposition leader and populist firebrand Pierre Poilievre by 20 points. And although Trudeau technically still has over a year until he's forced to call an election, once he does so, it's likely to be a grisly affair. But getting back to that ugly, if accurate, American stereotype, why should we care? Isn't the U.S. election in November the one that decides the fate of the world? Well, yes and no. In many respects, the U.S., of course, is the global leader, but only because of its alliances with Western democracies, not by itself. If those allies are mired in their own political turmoil, it opens the door for adversaries like China and Russia to step in. It also means that key global priorities like combating climate change get harder and harder and harder to accomplish.